Imagine purchasing a new car only to find out its engine is plagued with problems, leading to expensive repairs and a lot of frustration. Even major manufacturers have not been spared when it comes to the worst engines ever produced. The Triumph V8, found in the Triumph Stag, is a prime example of an engineering effort gone wrong. Triumph, an English automaker, decided to develop their V8 engine from scratch instead of leveraging the already successful Rover V8. This decision led to a series of unfortunate design flaws that plagued the engine. Engineers essentially took their existing four-cylinder engine and doubled it to create a V8, but they retained the water pump's original placement. This configuration caused the water pump to be situated high within the V, making it prone to being starved of coolant if there was any leak. The pump, deprived of cooling water, often resulted in overheating and subsequent engine failure. Additionally, the design flaw meant that the radiator cap was lower than the water pump, complicating the filling process and contributing to overheating issues. Another critical issue involved the head studs. Half were perpendicular to the block, while the other half were angled. Overheating caused the heads to warp, making these studs nearly impossible to remove. Many owners resorted to replacing the entire engine with alternatives from Ford or Buick, rather than dealing with the troublesome Triumph V8. These persistent problems severely damaged the Triumph Stag's reputation, contributing to the company's eventual decline and decision to never produce another V8 engine.
No other car offers it, foreign or domestic, only Cadillac. It's the exclusive new V8 6.4 fuel injection, the standard gasoline engine for all 1981 Cadillacs. As you start out, all 8 cylinders are in operation. As power needs lessen, the car automatically goes to 6 cylinders and then to 4 cylinders. When you need it, it instantly reverts to 8 cylinders again. Test drive V8 6.4. Only your Cadillac dealer has it.
The Cadillac V8 6.4 engine, introduced in 1981, is an infamous chapter in automotive history, reflecting the challenges of integrating new technology into production vehicles. During the early 1980s, Cadillac was under pressure to enhance fuel efficiency in response to the ongoing fuel crisis. Their solution was the V8 6.4 engine, a 6-litre V8 with an innovative system designed to deactivate cylinders under certain conditions, effectively turning the engine into a V6 or even a 4-cylinder when full power wasn't needed. This system, developed by Eaton Corporation, used throttle body fuel injection and an array of sensors to manage the deactivation process. However, the technology of the time was not up to the task. The engine's computer, built with 1970s technology, struggled to keep up with the demands, leading to frequent failures and poor performance. Many customers who purchased vehicles with this engine experienced significant issues, prompting them to return to dealerships for repairs. In many cases, the cylinder deactivation system was removed altogether to ensure the engine could function reliably. The V8 6.4 was so problematic that it was discontinued after just 1 year in 1982. Cadillac's attempt to innovate was a step ahead of its time, but the execution fell short, resulting in a tarnished reputation and highlighting the risks of pushing technology boundaries without adequate testing.
This is the world's first diesel V8 in a passenger car. Only Olds offers it, and look at this mileage. Here's the new Olds Delta 88, a full-size family car. The new Olds Custom Cruiser Wagon, and the 98 Regency, a fine luxury car. Each is available with the diesel V8. So now, the car you want, the economy you need, and only at your Olds dealer. Can we build one for you?
Oldsmobile's venture into diesel engines in the late 1970s and early 1980s stands as a cautionary tale in automotive engineering. Seeking to capitalize on the fuel efficiency advantages of diesel engines, Oldsmobile developed a diesel variant of their proven 350 cubic inch V8 gasoline engine. This new diesel engine was intended to offer better fuel economy without sacrificing the power and durability expected from a V8. However, the execution was deeply flawed. The diesel engine used the same 10-bolt pattern as its gasoline counterpart, which proved insufficient under the high compression conditions required for diesel combustion. This oversight led to frequent head gasket failures, stretching head bolts, and critical engine breakdowns. Additionally, the diesel engine produced significantly less power, only 120 horsepower, and was notoriously loud, emitting clouds of black smoke. These issues led to widespread dissatisfaction among consumers and numerous complaints about engine reliability. The problems were so severe that they resulted in a class action lawsuit and contributed to the establishment of lemon laws in the United States. The Oldsmobile diesel engines were offered from 1978 to 1985, but the damage to the brand's reputation was lasting. This failure also significantly set back the acceptance of diesel cars in the American market for decades, demonstrating the risks of poorly executed innovation. The GM 3.6 high-feature engine, first introduced for the 2004 model year, was initially praised for its versatility and performance across various GM models. This engine was developed jointly by Cadillac and Holden and saw widespread use in vehicles like the Buick Enclave, GMC Acadia, and Cadillac CTS. While the engine performed well under normal conditions, it harbored a serious flaw that became apparent in models from 2007 to 2010. The primary issue was with the timing chain, a critical component that ensures the engine's valves open and close at the right times. In this engine, the timing chain was prone to stretching, which could trigger a check engine light and cause a distinct rattling noise, especially noticeable at idle. If not addressed promptly, a stretched timing chain could lead to engine misfires and the presence of metal shavings in the oil, escalating to catastrophic engine failure. Owners faced potential repair costs of around $3,000 for a timing chain replacement or up to $7,000 for a complete engine replacement. Although GM claimed to have rectified the issue by the 2012 model year, the damage to the engine's reputation had already been done, leaving many consumers wary of GM's high-feature engines and their potential for costly repairs. The Jaguar V12, an engine synonymous with elegance and power, found its place in some of Jaguar's most iconic models, including the XJS and the XJ12. Introduced in the early 1970s, this engine was a marvel of British engineering, delivering smooth power and a distinctive exhaust note. However, owning a Jaguar V12 often turned into a mechanical nightmare for many. The engine bay of the XJS in particular was a bewildering tangle of wires, vacuum hoses, and fuel lines, making even routine maintenance a daunting task. The V12's cooling system was particularly problematic, utilizing a complex and unconventional design that barely met the engine's cooling needs. Any minor overheating issue could quickly escalate, potentially causing a dropped valve seat and leading to expensive repairs. Additionally, the electrical system supplied by Lucas was notoriously unreliable, with components that were already considered outdated when the cars were new. Electrical gremlins were common, and troubleshooting them was a frustrating experience due to the multiple failures that could occur simultaneously. While the engine itself was robust, the system's unreliability and the high cost of keeping the engine running smoothly made it a burden for many owners. Despite its beauty and engineering prowess, the Jaguar V12's upkeep challenges overshadowed its performance, making it a regrettable choice for many enthusiasts. Mazda's Miller Cycle V6 found in the upscale Millennia S during the late 1990s, showcased the company's penchant for engineering innovation. This 2.5-litre V6 used the Miller cycle, a variation of the traditional Otto cycle, to enhance efficiency. The Miller cycle leaves the intake valve open longer, requiring a supercharger to maintain compression and achieve the desired power output. While the concept was theoretically sound, practical implementation revealed significant issues. The supercharger, critical to the Miller cycle's operation, was prone to failure. Many owners reported excessive oil consumption and other supercharger-related problems, leading to frequent and costly repairs. Repair estimates often hovered around $3,000, a significant burden for owners. Furthermore, the unique nature of the Miller cycle engine meant that few mechanics were familiar with its intricacies, making it difficult to find reliable service. The Millennia S, despite its luxurious features and smooth ride, became notorious for its unreliable engine. As the model aged, these issues became more pronounced, with fewer on the road today and even fewer technicians equipped to handle its unique maintenance needs. Mazda's ambitious engineering, while innovative, ultimately led to a problematic and costly ownership experience for many Millennia S owners. Cadillac Northstar V8, introduced in 1993, marked a significant technological leap for Cadillac, featuring dual overhead cams and an all-aluminium construction. Initially hailed as a high-performance marvel, the Northstar was designed to compete with European luxury brands. However, despite its advanced design and impressive power output, the Northstar V8 developed a notorious reputation for reliability issues, particularly with head gaskets. The engine utilized torque-to-yield head bolts, which were intended to stretch slightly upon installation. Over time, these bolts could continue to stretch, leading to head gasket failures and coolant leaks. Repairing this issue often required removing the engine to replace the head bolts with stronger alternatives, a costly and labor-intensive process. Additionally, the Northstar's complex cooling system and oil leaks exacerbated maintenance difficulties. While Cadillac introduced updates to address these problems, many owners faced expensive repairs, diminishing the engine's appeal. Despite its engineering innovations, the Northstar V8's frequent and costly issues tarnished its legacy, illustrating the challenges of balancing performance with long-term reliability in automotive design. The Ford 1-litre EcoBoost engine, introduced to the American market in the Ford EcoSport from 2018 to 2022, aimed to offer a fuel-efficient yet powerful option in a small package. This turbocharged 3-cylinder engine was part of Ford's strategy to downsize engines while maintaining performance. However, the 1-litre EcoBoost encountered significant reliability issues that overshadowed its efficiency benefits. One major problem was the oil pump belt, which was immersed in oil, a wet belt design. This belt was prone to wear and degradation, leading to low oil pressure warnings and, in severe cases, complete engine failure. Pieces of the disintegrating belt could clog the oil pickup tube, starving the engine of oil and causing extensive damage. Additionally, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration (NHTSA) opened an investigation into these failures, highlighting the widespread nature of the problem. Although other manufacturers also used wet belt designs without similar issues, Ford's implementation in the 1-litre EcoBoost engine proved problematic. These reliability concerns, coupled with the cost and inconvenience of repairs, ultimately marred the engine's reputation and contributed to its discontinuation in the US market. The Chrysler 2.7 V6 engine, used in models like the Chrysler Sebring, Concorde and Dodge Intrepid from 1998 to 2007, is often remembered for its significant reliability issues. Initially, this engine offered a balance of power and efficiency, but as vehicles aged, serious problems began to surface. One of the most critical issues was sludge buildup within the engine, which was traced back to a poorly designed water pump. The water pump could leak coolant into the crankcase, turning the engine oil into a thick sludge that blocked oil passages and led to insufficient lubrication. This sludge buildup could cause catastrophic engine failure, requiring costly repairs or complete engine replacements. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration (NHTSA) received numerous complaints, and a class action lawsuit was filed against Chrysler. The lawsuit alleged that the company was aware of the defects but failed to take adequate action. Despite appointing a third party to administer claims, many affected owners struggled to get compensation for their engine troubles. The Chrysler 2.7 V6's propensity for engine sludge and failure significantly damaged its reputation, making it one of the more infamous engines in Chrysler's history and a lesson in the importance of thorough engineering and quality control. The Ford Triton 5.4 engine, prominently featured in millions of Ford F-150 trucks, was designed to deliver a balance of power and efficiency with its V8 configuration and overhead valve design. Despite its popularity, the Triton 5.4 became notorious for several significant issues that tarnished its reputation among truck owners. One of the primary concerns was sludge buildup in oil passages, which often led to problems with the cam phasers responsible for variable valve timing. This issue typically manifested as a ticking noise from the engine, accompanied by trouble codes indicating cam and crank position mismatches. If left unresolved, these problems could lead to poor performance and even catastrophic engine failure. Additionally, earlier models of the Triton 5.4, particularly those produced before 2003, suffered from a design flaw where spark plugs could blow out of the cylinder heads due to insufficient threads. Later models from 2004 to 2008 encountered another spark plug issue, a two-piece design prone to breaking during removal, resulting in costly repairs. Despite its robust design and the many miles some owners managed to put on their trucks, these recurring problems scared away potential buyers. So, what do you think about these engines? Which other engine do you think fits in this category? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content about the automotive world. Until next time, thanks for watching.